Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. In today's video, we are playing as Sgt Hammer. This is our third attempt at recording this video today. We're doing this live on stream, so you guys have gotten the real behind-the-scenes viewing experience today. In both games, we went against pretty much the same team comp that consisted of Nova, Junkrat, Illidan, and Alexstrasza, with an alternating character in there. So that's been kind of weird. But on my team, there's been disconnects in every game that pretty much ruined the match experience, so we brought in viewers for this one. Sgt Hammer is a character that has been in the game since its release, and at the time, her concept was very unique. She simply outranged every other hero, excuse me. Never quite understood why she was classified as a ranged specialist and not just a ranged assassin these days, because she is capable of dealing so much hero damage. Her kit is littered with these ancient talents that you don't see on many other characters. So focused attack is a fleeting thing that's not in the game much anymore. First aid, I'm pretty sure Sgt Hammer has the only example of that. Giant Killer is one of her go-to talents. She has Stone Skin at level 16, which there's not too many of those in the game anymore. But somehow, all of these generic talents fit and is her dominant playstyle. In fact, most of those talents are her go-tos, except for the latter of them that we talked about. So because of that, I do think we are going to see some pretty big Sgt Hammer changes moving forward in the future. But as of right now, take a look at what she can do.
Ready to roll out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Volskaya Industries today. We are playing with a group of viewers to help us out. Our friendly team, Sgt Hammer, Tracer, Alexstrasza, Trunda, Withperundulu. And what the heck? You're gonna be Team Malfuria and Leoric, Li Ming, Diablo, and Nova. Characters like Li Ming and Nova can deal long-ranged artillery-style damage in bursts way faster than Sgt Hammer can in most cases. And a lot of the allure of Sgt Hammer was kind of taken away because of that. Blizzard did go in and increase Sgt Hammer's attack range by 20% to make her feel a little bit more competitive with those heroes, but I think we're still going to be having a hard time today. Roots and stuns in siege mode are going to give us 50 armor. That way I can just kind of hang out here and be like, yeah, come get me. Yeah, I'm ready. We do have an Alexstrasza that's going to be capable of putting heals right underneath my feet, but we could just attack anything that comes into our area of influence here. Our E ability is Siege Mode. It is what you see on the screen right now. No! That felt bad. It makes Sgt Hammer unable to move, but does increase her range pretty considerably, and it also gives splash damage to her auto attacks. Her Q ability is Spider Mines. Oh. Well, we're dead. Maybe not. Maybe not. Put the minions in the way. Yeah! Q ability is Spider Mines. It lays 3 mines on the ground, and if the enemy team walks near them, they will chase after any enemy opponent that comes in range. Our W ability is called Concussive Blast. This is a knockback we can use to push people away from Sgt Hammer. And we don't have a traditional mount. Instead, we have thrusters that allow us to shoot ourselves forward for 4 seconds, moving at 60% speed, so quite a bit faster than traditional mount speed. The enemy team does have a lot of long-range stuff, and they are capable of doing a ton of burst damage very, very quickly, so we probably won't be using siege mode very often. As you can see, whenever we walk forward here, we're pretty much immediately forced to back up in this lane, just because of the damage that they are able to deal. So not going to be an easy lane for us to win, but we can still try. We just need to jump in and out of the wall, so it'll soak up hits for us, and we might be able to burst these guys down. Don't be too confident in that, though. But you can at least poke at them a little bit. I'm going to boost her so we don't take damage from that arcane orb there. And I haven't decided if I'm actually committed to this siege. Alright, we're committed to the siege. Oh, fuck! I was literally opening my mouth to say, I think Nova back. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? That's when she gets you. That's when she gets you. Now, I know that a lot of people are like, what? I have such an easy time seeing stealth MFPallytime. I couldn't decide which phrase I wanted to make fun of today. I legitimately have a hard time seeing stealth no matter the map. So I am looking forward to those stealth reworks. I am really looking forward to those stealth reworks just so I can see the fucking character a little bit easier. Also, the fact that she sits so far out of my range most of the time makes it a little hard for me to deal with Nova, especially on Sgt Hammer. At level 4, we did pick up Focused Attack. This is going to allow us to deal critical hit damage to any enemy that we auto-attack. It does have a 10-second cooldown, but we can lower that cooldown simply by continuing to auto-attack players. So, oh, I want to do this. I don't know why, but that was really satisfying to me. So, if we continue to auto-attack heroes, we're going to be dealing critical hit damage significantly more often than we would be able to otherwise. I'm just going to go ahead and siege up right here. Try to deal some damage over the wall as the big Volskaya robot is moving forward. We were just rooted by the Malfurion, which does increase our armor. But I don't think that's going to last too much longer, so let's go ahead and use our thrusters to reposition. We do manage to pick up a kill on the enemy team's Li Ming, and the friendly team is pulling ahead on XP. Looks like we're doing fine. I'm going to keep poking here. The real Nova is on the back line right now, and she's really weak, so if she decides to fight me, she is going to be in a world of pain. Please heal me, thank you. I'm so bad at this game. Get rooted. Hey, hold on. I wanted to get rooted there specifically so I could jump in siege mode to trigger the resistant, because I wanted the 50 armor. But I think the roots hit me while I was still transforming into siege mode, and it didn't trigger.
Let's go. Fights away.
Okay. All right. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. But at least I know how that mechanic works. So if I want to trigger the armor, I need to be on the outside of the roots as they're kind of coming towards me in order to be tanky. I can't walk into them and then siege, even though I'm still rooted in siege mode. Okay. I learned something new today. Let's click on this Diablo player a little bit since he's not taking our damage seriously. 200 damage every auto attack at level 5 is pretty good. But as you can see, we have a hard time keeping up with him. He's able to actually like just walk away from us if we don't siege up. Li Ming is middle. Leoric is middle. We don't know where Nova is, but we can assume that she's coming down here to kill me. In fact, we should always assume that because she's a Nova player. We can grab this regen globe very quickly and try to push this lane back while we're kind of healthy. But we don't want to go too far. Simply because, again, we don't know where that Nova threat is. I feel like he's trying to bait me forward. Or I'm just denying so much XP by keeping the minions back here. I'm not sure which one I think. We'll grab the regen globe again. We are pretty even with the enemy team on XP here. We are slightly edging out ahead of them. Come here. Come here. I'm taking the bait. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Have you met my Dahaka, though? There we go. Nice gank. Good job. Man, what's it like to play a game with people actually in it? Oh, I have to do this. Options. Social. Do not show my chat in my game. Thank you. That's why I left it, by the way. If anyone was wondering. I rejoined MFPT chat today. I left it because it was showing up in my game, but I didn't know how to make it go away. But someone told me about those options in the Squadron stream. Okay. Let's go up to the top lane, try to join our team up here. We do have the level 10 advantage as of right now. I'm once again going to go for the blunt force gun. Now, Napalm Strike is better for sustained team fight damage, but I think the blunt force gun is more universally applicable. You can use it on a wide number of things, like killing this Malfurion that's running away, rather than, or doing siege damage, rather than just using it as a very one-dimensional thing. Also, as we approach level 20, we're going to be able to use the BFG to clear lanes easy. We can actually stop catapult damage with it. And we can deal consistent damage to the enemy team's core that they can't stop. Now, for most people, if you're playing at the super high end of Heroes of the Storm, you may not get to level 20 very often. I get to level 20 almost every game. So I always try to invest in my future. I always try to invest in the BFG when I play Sgt Hammer. Just go ahead and give ourselves some spider mines to protect us over here. And as the enemy team is walking into our area of influence, I'm going to be hitting them very hard. Being stunned is going to give me 15 armor here, so that Malfurion Silence does not deal very much damage. We're trying to focus Fury in here, but we are going to have to reposition now. Dahaka is taking a lot of damage, but should get out of here if I don't body block him too hard. Looks like we can heal up and try to move back in here. We just need to make sure we don't cement ourselves down with the siege mode right away. Diablo is jumping in on me. Let's push him back. First aid. Oh, that first aid was a big deal. That saved us. And then I don't think we can push him off until our whole team's here. And it's going to be 15 seconds on Tracer. So we just need to kind of hold our ground. Try not to die. Dahaka can burrow back up here. Alex Straza's just now joining us in dragon form. We're going into a 3v5, but okay, if you pop dragon form, then I guess I'm going. I mean, who am I to argue with a fucking dragon, you know what I mean? I thought that was the real Nova. I was convinced. Because it was! Fuck! He was moving around like a bot. I thought I was baited. We are going to be taken down immediately by the long-range burst damage of the enemy team. But it looks like our team might actually be able to continue contesting here. Tracer is alive and well. Dahaka is taking a lot of damage. Tracer needs to focus Li Ming and not Diablo. Li Ming and not Diablo. There you go. Beautiful. Nicely done. Nicely done. Dahaka is going to be able to heal back up. Holy shit. I'm firing off the BFG. Yeah, it hit everybody up there. Look at that. All right, team, I'm almost there. I'm coming. I'm really slow. Let's go ahead and boost her onto this. Yo, I'm ready to fight. No! It's not over! It's not over! I'm gonna pop first aid here. Oh, fuck. No! Oh my god, Duran was actually in stealth, contesting the point. Holy shit! That's hilarious. We keep walking onto this one at a time, though. It's a terrible way to try to contest this, but it looks like it's slowly paying off as Leoric, very low on HP here. The Apocalypse does hit Dahaka, but Dahaka should be able to sustain through it. March of the Black King is going to be able to keep... Is that what it's called? I hope that's what it's called. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's going to be able to keep Leoric alive, and the enemy team is going to be able to grab that objective, but well contested by the friendly team. Wow. While that is happening up top, I'm just going to cruise on down here to the bottom lane. And while I don't think we're entirely a siege damage character, what we can do is siege damage on our character. So we're just going to walk up so we're in tower range of this shit while the enemy team is distracted. Siege mode up and take it down. We are going to be picking up... we're going to be picking up Giant Killer in this particular game because they have a Leoric and a Diablo. Very good way of dealing increased damage, but Giant Killer is usually the go-to at this tier regardless, just because it's capable of dealing so much damage. Looks like they are getting more push value than I thought they would, so well, I guess I'm just going to go back to the base. That's unfortunate. I wanted to do a lot more sieging here. They are extremely grouped up, so let's fire off the BFG. Oh, I was not where I thought I was. That sucked. Alright, so I just gave the enemy team a free keep. That's never good. That's never good. Also, this keep is going to be a little hard to defend. I mentioned that on large maps you can often stop catapult pressure. But in order to stop catapult pressure, I think I need to fire my BFG from the top lane. Like from way up in the top lane. If they got catapult pressure in the middle, we could just fire our BFG down the middle lane and it would kill minions forever. But that was definitely a misplay on my part. I should have been there to help the team. I really didn't think that siege was going to be anywhere near as powerful as it was. Rhonda currently looking for enemy team members to kill. We're going to be able to thrust her away from that Diablo and be okay. Looks like Malfurion and Leoric are in the bottom lane right now. Rotating up here, presumably. Nova has been found. Alex Straza taking a little bit of damage there. We're rooted. I'm going to go ahead and siege up. Waiting for the stunt. There we go. Our fucking Alex Straza is keeping us alive really, really well here. That BFG was meant to take down the enemy team's Nova, but we did miss the mark there just a little bit. Dealt enough damage to that Malfurion for our Tracer to clean up that kill. Li Ming, baby girl, I don't know if you want to be there. Okay, I'm gonna wait for some healing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Back on Diablo now. Good tongue from Dahaka is gonna keep him stationary. And now we siege up and take middle lane. Beautiful, nice job. Very well done. So even though it was looking dire there, I did siege up in the roots, and it looked like it did proc that extra armor, and I think that's the only reason I was able to live through that altercation there. Also, you know, Alexstrasza going up into the sky and healing me with her artillery shit definitely helped out. But we are going to go for graduating range here at level 16. The longer we stay in siege mode, the more range we get. So we can siege up right here and eventually be able to hit the towers. Now, this is better versus some comps than others. At least I think we can. This is better versus some comps more than others, but I think we're positioned back enough. Look at that. It was perfect. All right. We do have the armor from being rooted. I don't think it's enough to actually keep me alive, though. I tried using my first aid, but I was silenced. And the enemy team is going to kill off our Alexstrasza right as the objective is coming. Whoa! Coming up! Fuck! All right, we're going back. We're going back. I'm going to fire the BFG down middle lane. Keep that pushing. Looks like Dahaka's up top. All right, siege middle. Boom, look at that. Free XP. And it might even hit the next minion wave too. We missed that by a little bit. But now I have useful information to tell me that the minion wave is going down below the towers. We could have just looked at ours to see that too, though, because the minion waves match. Dahaka is walking down to the bottom lane right now to join our team. Tracer's dealing a lot of damage to that Li Ming. The pulse bomb, will it be enough? Yes, it will. Li Ming now removed from the fight. That's a pretty big advantage for us. Tyrande is trying to contest the objective right now, but of course, if they... Here, let's just siege up and move into this. Team, save me, please. Oh shit. That was one of the funnier things I've seen in this game. Oh god. I was not ready for that. Oh man, I won that team fight because they weren't chasing me and I was still able to hit them with graduating range. That's so funny. And now as the team's trying to poke me down here, we're just gonna continue to hit them with graduating range. No! We're okay, we're okay. We're okay, nothing's wrong, we're fine. Woo! Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Oh man, that was funny. Our core's under attack. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. I got it. Go away, catapults! Go away! Oh, that's hilarious. Dude, win or lose, that moment was worth right there. So now we can get the Orbital BFG. And what we're going to do with it is actually head up to the top lane. Because I want to alleviate any pressure that we have here. Here. I'm not there. I don't want them team fighting if they don't have to. So we're going to go up here and we're going to line up this perfect shot. We want it to hit all 3 buildings up here in the top lane. And hit the core too. So something like this. Perfect. Kind of. Wait, did I take damage? Was it perfect? So now, that will continue to circle around. What's Tyrande doing though? That will continue to circle around, dealing damage to all of the you missed that one. That feels bad. All the damage in its path. All the buildings in its path. But hopefully also stop the minion wave. Now, I may not have positioned that properly. Which is fine. We can just reposition it in a moment. Until then, we are still dealing siege damage to that top lane. I don't think we're... Oh, we are hitting the minion wave. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. That's great news. I'm going to siege up right here. Deal as much damage as we can to this Diablo over the wall. And soon be able to hit that Li Ming, especially if she moves forward. If she gets ballsy, we'll be able to kill her off too. We do have core pressure again. I'm heading back for that. It looks like we're not reliably hitting the catapults. Like I said, that's a bit of a hard angle for us to actually deal with. Usually we would be able to, like just shoot this right straight down the lane, but this map is designed a little bit differently. I feel like I should retarget that BFG. Instead, this is what we'll do. We'll shoot it right here. So we're dealing damage to the middle keep. I shot it at the lower end, so it should hit the minion wave every time too. Perfect. And we'll keep that pushed in so we can actually siege versus them, because we weren't getting too much of a siege advantage in the top lane because we weren't killing the catapults, so the lanes were still pushing. This way we're killing the lane every time, and we're dealing damage to a tier 2 structure. Beautiful. So how that mechanic works is the orbiting BFG does despawn for 15 seconds when it hits the edge of the map. So we are using this horizontally right now. So it's traveling the longest range possible across the middle of the map. If you are going for max DPS on this, you want it to go vertically, straight up and down. So if I'm able to, I want to position so I can hit all 3 keeps at one time, which should be possible on this map. Although it will be a little difficult to do. I'm going to siege up here because it looks like our Dahaka's in a little bit of trouble. Oh, that armor though! Holy fuck, I'm trying to leave so hard! I'm so sorry. Fuck. I was like, okay, I'll get the armor. Then I did get the armor, and we lived through a lot of burst damage, way more than I thought I was going to once again. But then I was rooted, stunned, couldn't move. I boosted 1,000,000 years ago, wasn't moving at fucking all. That sucked. I just kind of died there. Well, we still have middle pressure. And if they don't respond to this, like let's say they're doing an objective, that is going to be able to kill that fort, that keep. We are respawning in 22 seconds. The enemy team has 4 people alive. We have 3 people alive. But this won't last too much longer. Alexstrasza once again in dragon form, and I'm not too sure why. Although at this stage in the game, she could probably get it back all the time, so it's probably not that big of a deal. Tracer going in is going to get a huge kill on the enemy team's Li Ming. But we are going to lose our Alexstrasza at the same time. We are about to have top pressure as well. Alright, I'm here. We want to do something. Sieging up right here, boys. It's going to be a deadly Auric. Remember, we have graduating range, so our range is slowly growing here. Diablo is going to be taken down. Malfurion taken down as well. Let's unsiege and try to move up here. Oh, Tracer went all in on the decoy. No! All right, that's everyone on the enemy team currently defeated. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, 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 core. We can core, we can core. We can core right now. Looks like the friendly team wants to get the objective. That's fine. I'll at least take this building down. Oh, shit. Our core is taking 2 catapult damage right now. All right, if we're not committing to this, then I have to leave. That sucks. That sucks so much. All right, we'll push top back. Try to get in for the next fight. Man, I wanted to core there. We had every reason to. The entire enemy team was dead. It's okay, though. That's okay. We can win with this push still. I'm going to kill off the next catapult, too, so we don't have to worry about that as fast. Done. Okay. Now I'm coming down to middle lane. We'll get this objective and we'll do some good with it. Looks like Tracer just picked up a kill. on Li Ming. I wish I saw that. And a kill on Leoric?
This'll be a
Damn,
blast.
boys. Damn. Oh, God. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm just rooted and stunned in precision strike. Oh, they just hit me with everything. Oh, now I'm stunned again. All right, looks like we won. Looks like we won. GG, boys. GG, boys. I'm gonna die, huh? I'm still dead. All right. So, I don't know if I actually emphasize this enough, but it's so important to choose when and when not to siege mode. I was trying to work around our resilient talent or resistant talent or whatever it's called, and I had mixed success with that, as I'm sure you could tell. Sometimes we got a ton of survivability, sometimes we got next to nothing, and we were just blown up by an enemy team. So that part is a little bit harder to learn. That is one of her newer talents, though. That was their effort to make her a little bit more competitive in today's meta. But the build we use today, resistant, focus attack, first aid, big fucking gun, giant killer, graduating range, and orbital big fucking gun. We did almost 200,000 siege damage. We contributed a ton of XP. Look at the comparison to the enemy team. And that's mostly from our just projectile clearing minions and hitting buildings. That adds up so fast. Very similar to how Ragnaros Lava Wave can. Thank you to the viewers for helping me make this match bearable. Like I said, this is our third time attempting to record this, and we had levers in every single game, which made it very hard. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all next time with some Sonya. One of the most busted characters in the game right now.